Hey guys, Click Reload, aka Like Red Gold here, with my first video. It is a year of gaming, 2011 in review. I apologize if I kind of seem out of it. Just got off work, a 8-hour shift on New Year's Eve. You know how that goes. Anyway, I kind of want to start with what I thought 2011 was in gaming, and that was kind of the year of the sleeper hits. We had a lot of big stuff in November, but before that it was kind of quiet releases, things that you didn't expect to pick up that definitely did. For me personally, the game that really held my attention for like most of the year was actually Portal 2, if only because I spent so much time on it. It's probably the first game that got a lot of attention from me since Resident Evil 5. But then again, I have 143 hours in Resident Evil 5, so I don't think much can compare to that. That definitely kept me going for a while, gave a lot of attention. Then of course we got into November, which had a lot of releases. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play most of what I wanted to, if only because my TV has been in repair for a month now. Thanks, Best Buy. Awesome. Not really. But I'd say from November, I didn't pick up any of the big hits. I didn't get Elder Scrolls. I didn't pick up Call of Duty because I never pick up Call of Duty. But I'd say Assassin's Creed continued with an excellent story. Gameplay got repetitive, but gameplay kind of does that with Assassin's Creed particularly. I do want to get Star Wars, but my computer kind of doesn't run it. As you can tell, I'm running off a laptop. Probably my camera's kind of iffy. I've heard great things about it. A lot of my friends are putting their life into it, and I should probably get Elder Scrolls too, because once again, all of my friends are playing that game. And it seems kind of cool. Elder Scrolls seems like something that will definitely take my attention. But then again, we're going into 2012, and Mass Effect 3 is in March, which will take my life. 2011 also had a lot of games that didn't really hit well with me. They were supposed to be big, they were supposed to be great, and they were lackluster. First going through like the beginning of the year would be Marvel vs. Capcom 3: Fate of Two Worlds. I really loved Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was probably my favorite. And then 3 came out. And I was excited about 3, I'm not gonna lie. I am really big into the Resident Evil series, so I was really excited, if only because there was Chris, Wesker, and then the bonus character of Jill. And then I played it. Nice going, Capcom. And it didn't help that several months later they announced that they were re-releasing it as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which had other characters, stages, and none of it was going to be DLC for those who originally bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which sucked a lot. There's a reason I don't like Capcom right now. Then there was Duke Nukem Forever. Waited more than a decade, and it felt like we were back in the 90s. Not always a bad thing, but when you keep someone waiting more than a decade for a game, you're expecting it to be awesome. Not really. Other than that, I mean, most of them were good. However, there was a lackluster release of the 3DS as a system, which isn't really a game, but system releases count for something. And we were expecting this great, awesome system, only to see a release that had no main Nintendo titles. We had to wait several months for Legend of Zelda, and then August was when a lot of the Mario titles started to pop up on the release schedule. And because of that, I did buy it when it first came out, but I was stuck with Street Fighter, and that lasted a week, and I kind of forgot about it until Ocarina of Time came out, and then I forgot about it again until Mario Kart and the updates, and now I can't put it down. But It's a good system with a lackluster release. That being said, it looks like now that they're starting to get the titles out, I'm probably never going to let it leave my side. I have it in my purse constantly. So here's hoping Nintendo kind of keeps with that role. I'd like to really see what they do with it. That being said, the end of the year has definitely been the big part of 2011, which it always is because of the Christmas season. Everything comes out, and I was overwhelmed. I didn't know quite what to buy. Between having a 360 and a PS3 kind of have releases that overwhelm you a bit. Assassin's Creed, the re-release of Halo, which was excellent. I didn't get Halo when it first came out. My brother was kind of an Xbox person back then, had the 360 for a few years before me, and he convinced me to give it a try. I read the novels on my way out to Comic-Con this year because I was getting them signed for them, so I kind of read them on my plane ride, and I got interested in the universe, so I decided to give it a try with the re-release, if only because it got me in on the beginning of the series. Kind of wish we had an old Xbox now so I get on 2 and go to 3. I'm kind of a linear, like, storyline person, so I'd hate skipping 2 to get to 3. But, maybe I'll just give 3 a try. I've heard 1 was kind of the fan favorite, though, so I'm glad I was able to play Combat Evolved Anniversary for a little bit before I had to give up gaming for a bit. I'm on a bit of a hiatus. But, so between that and then there was Uncharted 3, which I had to wait till December to get, but I finally did. And of course it comes when I don't have a TV, so I can't play it right now because of that necessary hiatus. I'm looking forward to it though. There's a reason it's gotten a lot of good reviews. Skyward Sword was a good release from Nintendo. A lot of lack on Nintendo's end in terms of first-party titles, as seen in recent years. Haven't really been a lot of things from Nintendo outside of the big release of the system and some games this year. But Skyward Sword was definitely a high point for me, if only because I like seeing the origin of my favorite series from Nintendo. But 2011 definitely did not disappoint gamers. I would say there were those lacklusters that I covered earlier, but overall a really great year. A lot of quiet hits, and then the really loud going out with a bang for the end of the year. It keeps me hopeful that 2012 will prove to be an excellent year for games, just like 2011 was, and that we can keep moving forward into better graphics, better storylines, better gameplay, and that this industry can really evolve. So here's hoping. 2011 was a great year. Let's see if we can make 2012 even better.